Damn, that really hits home for me right now.
Wow, that's a strong one.
Because a lot of people, I think, don't realize they're loved.
Young love is a powerfully vulnerable thing, and I'm sorry I had to experience it with you. I've never experienced this because I don't have an ex, but I can imagine it'd be hard to be in a relationship that young, especially like throughout high school and before you've developed. I would probably say to not hold it over your own head as much and let yourself grow in love and not be scared to start new things with new people and gain new experiences.
Be happy, enjoy your life, and thank you for trying to love me until the very end. It's rather touching. And it looks like there's a backstory to it that would probably be really involved and probably a little bit sad. Enjoy everything that you can while you can, and take love where it's offered. Because a lot of people, I think, don't realize they're loved and don't understand how to love people themselves sometimes.
All right. We weren't meant to be. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being my best friend when I needed one. We'll never speak again, but I remember you as a best friend. Damn, that really hits home for me right now because my last relationship, I really considered that guy my best friend. And I think it's actually a really healthy place to be able to say goodbye to someone that you actually love. I feel like people come into our lives and teach us different things, and they don't always need to be around forever. So I really appreciate whoever wrote this, because it's important to think of your people in your past life as lessons for the future.
You were my best friend at one point, but I realized you make everyone around you feel small. That won't get you far in life. That's a good note. I like the advice. You make decision to live at one point, and when that thought come into your mind, you just do it. Yeah.
Wow, that's a strong one. It says, thanks for leaving, I am a better person now. I think this person is right, and it means that they are going on the right path for themselves. So very happy for them, honestly, and it's a very brave and strong choice, but it means that it was needed to do.
I am sorry that I couldn't open up from the beginning and show you how deeply I felt. That's really sad. I mean, that's someone who's probably been really hurt in their life and have the ability to feel vulnerable with people. I hope that in the future you have the ability and the life that you can open up to people in a more vulnerable way, keeping things like really stuffed up inside yourself just leads you like further and further into a pit of sadness, I guess.
Thank you for being there for me at one point, but I guess sometimes we can only be there for a certain period of time. We all leave finally. I like how it kind of talks about chapters, or how there's things that can be really valuable or important for certain periods of one's life, and just because that isn't what it is anymore, or because that's now past or cessated, that doesn't make it any less valuable or meaningful in the moment, even if it ultimately wasn't serving oneself. I think that I have lots of relationships, whether romantic or otherwise, that I've had that were really, really important to me at one point, and I no longer am connected to the person, or the relationship ended, whether it be just because it fizzled out or something happened, but I still am able to cherish and value the relationship for what it was in that time when I really needed it.
You killed me inside. You're a bad human that made me feel weak. What comes to mind here is having healthy boundaries. You killed me inside, you made me feel weak. I think I would consider that person, I would hope, now has healthier boundaries and would not even engage with someone who made them feel weak. You know, I've been there before. I've engaged with people who I felt have killed me inside, and I've thought they were a bad human that made me feel weak. But I think now I step away sooner. I would suggest they learn about codependency, and that they look at how they can not look to another person to determine how they feel, not be so influenced by how another person makes them feel, but be more centered. So I would learn about codependency, because I think when I was younger, I was in those situations. So that's what comes up for me.
I loved you. You never knew. You taught. I taught. I hope you are happy.
I'm going to leave my past behind and start from here. I think that's solid advice. I think clean slate, why not? Just look to the future and just think positively. I think that's great advice. I think sometimes it's better to just write it off and start again and start afresh. It's healthy to do that in life. Yeah, looking forward is always the best. Sometimes, you know, it's good to look to the past, but sometimes it's best not to hold on to it. Just take the learnings and move on.
Never sleep on an argument. Always try your best to be the best human you can be. That was very sweet. That was beautiful. You want to be able to sleep peacefully. You know, that's when our brain's resting. So don't go on and don't sleep on an argument. I don't sleep on an argument. I'm a not confrontational person, but I like to discuss things like, you know what I mean? Like, communication is the key.
I'm going to leave my past behind and start from here. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Someone clearly wants to make some changes in their life, and I guess this is the moment that they have decided to do that. So I'm glad for them. I hope it goes well. Just fully cut off whatever it is that, you know, is keeping you in the past. Just, you know, block people, whatever it is that is keeping you there, forget about it, and just focus on whatever it is you actually want to do and just start doing it badly or well, or, you know, just be stubborn is what I would say, because I am stubborn, but yeah.
You were a great person, but you weren't meant to be with me when we came into each other's lives. You were hurt from your past, and I was closed to intimacy. Until we meet again, my dear Ron. Poor old Ron. I hope Ron's gone through some healing. I hope the other person's gone through some healing too.